Good afternoon, and thanks for watching. My name is Sarai Ajai. Today is March 13th, 2020, a Friday afternoon. This video is a continued violation of what I have been experiencing with identity theft and false impersonation and retaliations because of my complaints. I want to start off with problems that has been occurring ongoing and real time. The recent issue is one of my credit bureau reports had two aliases attached to it. My first name was misspelled on one, and the last name was totally different. And I am assuming that these people who legally changed their names to either match it exactly or similar to it, because my name is rare, when the judge changed my name because of this problem, they came back and did it again. They compromised my information again. I was told and threatened last year that they had to start all over what they did to me under my original name, when I never authorized it. Now my first name was common. My new name isn't. I did the research on it. And now they're changing their names, and someone at the DMV or the Vital Records, knowing that the Social Security number doesn't match and the birthday doesn't match, is allowing these changes to go through using my ID number as an open source or a public domain template for these people to get away with the extremities of identity theft, to commit fraud. It is premeditated. I had experience on these credit reports agencies. There were two so far that's been affected by it. One of them shows an account number, which I had for decades. And then there's a dash. And the 3-digit dash are the generated credit reports. And as a developer and an end user of the credit bureau product or service, I know what I'm supposed to be getting. Well, apparently those 3 dashes with the printout of the credit reports regenerate to 001 at the beginning of the year for the new year. So as of January 2nd of 2020, when I ordered this credit report, which is unbelievable, I'm already at report 073. Question. Explain it. That was my first report. So what happened to 001 to 072 reports? This is the problem with this method. Same thing. I ordered my annual credit report on January 21st of 2020. I got it in the mail. I have my account number, then the dash, the 3 digits that prints out the credit report. Now I'm at 082. I only ordered it twice from this credit bureau in 2020. But yet I have 80 reports I never received. So it all started, I had to contact them because it wasn't generating my product and service online. It won't generate a report for me. So customer service at the credit bureau transferred me. We went around for about 3 weeks. I got to the right person. She had indicated from the credit bureau that I was missing my social security number from the file. How could that be possible? I write programs. So how would somebody delete your social security number from a data file? Interesting, isn't it? So she asked me my social security number. She put it back in. That's proof. They're using my account number to generate, after the dash, those 3 credit reports, probably with someone else's social security number. But they're using my details. I'm working on it. I'm almost finished with the letter now with all the exhibits and evidence to it. That's the problem with name changes. I do have my credit report frozen. I never authorized it. I never waived my rights. I never gave anyone an affidavit of waiving my rights or giving someone information. I was never married. So how did they get to all of this information? That's interesting. It's extraordinary what they did behind my back when I don't even know them, for no apparent reason. None. No apparent reason whatsoever. They did all of this to me behind my back. Even if someone came in and changed their name, their birthday, social security number, address doesn't match. Why would they sit there and override my information? And then we have a problem with the freedom of information of this information at the DMV or the birth records. I should be contacted with a letter. But of course, I'm having problems with the United States Postal Service, especially since I moved here from the state of Illinois. I moved 740 miles north to North Dakota, Fargo, the city, and I'm finding out I'm already on my 4th incident. Someone's forwarding my information, retrieving my information without authorization. They're taking down my informed delivery so I can't see my images. I'm getting everybody else's mail. That's a sign of fraud. When they're using your address and you're getting someone else's mail. The people that are sending me mail here, I don't even know. They would take down my account, my USPS account, and then take down my informed delivery so I wouldn't even see my image. It's horrific here where I am in Fargo, North Dakota, because of the fraud. Now, I don't write checks. I stopped writing checks. I think the last check I wrote was in 2007. And I don't want to use credit cards because of the fact that it causes me to have this problem with the credit card. It was going, I don't know if those other people that are overriding my social security number with theirs, when they change their name, male and female, and then they're generating this report when I never authorized it. How could that be possible? Now, whether they're getting credit cards on it, I don't know, but it is frozen, so how could they do it? Or they're linking it to my information. Well, I have to move because I've been harassed. I left the state because of the same exact issue. They're falsifying records on me behind my back and then claiming that I'm a male at birth and I'm being discriminated, extremely discriminated against. And when they make these rumors up to these people they tell this to, I'm absolutely hated, habitual dislike. I am ostracized for being basically in their psychological frame of reference. I'm supposed to be a drag queen. I'm supposed to be a male underneath these women clothes, and I'm not. And my safety was being horrifically, threatened, literally. I was absolutely threatened by this method. I got so scared. I had to go and make a video and a photograph and a short video of my body so you could see I don't have a penis and I have a breast. I put it in my email because if anything happened to me, the authorities know there was a hate crime. And I kept telling them I was experiencing these issues with people on my paperwork, and then claiming that I was a drag queen in order to justify them forging my paperwork. So if I go into the DMV, somebody will go there and say I'm a male when I'm not. And then they will compromise my paperwork over their religious belief or discriminatory when I'm not. This is what I've been experiencing for decades. It wasn't apparent. It came out when I moved to Springfield, Illinois in October of 2017. That's when I found out how apparent it was. I had no idea males were personating me until I got there. I was scared. Someone was in my hallway. I'm going to give you a sample, give you a tour of my apartment so you can show I'm not in a homeless shelter. It has something to do with these homeless shelters compromising my information. How do these homeless people get to my information, or the shelter managers? And I never been in there. I never authorized the shelters to have access to my information. So how did they get it? I have documentation. I had rental history. So how is it that they're claiming I'm in a homeless shelter where these homeless people are compromising my information when I'm not there? Another question. So I made this film. I was so scared they were going to kill me. The person that stood outside my apartment said he was angry. He said he found out I was a male by birth, and they can't prove that I'm a male by birth and I'm a female, and he wants to hurt me. That was the last straw. So I recently did the nude picture so you can see for the court records. And I have a disclaimer on my email for the purpose, for the purpose of identifying me as a female, because somebody lied about this for so long, and they're talking about hurting me. They talking about this summer, this June, I'm supposed to be jumped on by Muslims, and because I own my own paperwork, and everybody wants to control my paperwork, and I'm a male. I'm supposed to be a male from birth. That justified them jumping on me, jump me over my paperwork. It's an extraordinary story. When I have my previous video, I show my 50-year-old birth certificate. I had to redact it, but you can see it's female. You saw my original name. This is scary. What they did is absolutely scary. I don't know what to do at this point. To kill myself or what? Because every time I turn around, somebody's on my paperwork, and then they claim that I'm angry because they're on it. Or people telling me that they think they own your paperwork. So they'll change their information to control my paperwork. They would change their name, their legal name, to get access to it, knowing that their birthday and Social Security don't match. So they can get to my academics. And then I get discriminated like it's not my academics, even though I got the paperwork to prove it and the IDs to prove it. Then they would tell me, the people that were doing this, the advocacy groups, the special interest groups, the caucuses, they were telling me, though, they're colorblind. I could be arrested and they're colorblind because they don't want to acknowledge that that's my paperwork. I was being denied rental opportunities. The things that go on in these places because I'm on my right paperwork. When I moved here, I was supposed to be a criminal. I'm supposed to be a drug addict, a whore, and I'm supposed to be used as a sexual objectification. I have no rights. When they're on it, I have no rights. This is what happens when they're on it. The credit report, there's 2 credit bureaus. I had this incident. This is the second authentic proof that they're actually manipulating my credit reports and sending it out. So what happened to the other 80 credit reports that were printed? I never received the 80 since 2020. since it resets itself for the new year. And we are already at January, 21st of 2020 from that credit bureau. And I'm missing 80 reports and I only ordered 2. I never ordered 80. But because of the Social Security number field was missing, they were putting their Social Security number in and then printing out my credit report to them. So I won't see what they're doing to me behind my back. This is all done behind my back. Then the judge changed my name and it came back a second time and did it again. And they claim it's always a mistake. That's one hell of a fine mistake if it's not discriminatory. I'm not a drag queen. If I was standing next to another female and they want to put a gauge on a look, they would claim I was a drag queen, a male by birth. Why that person doesn't, if you put a gauge on it, they look more like a drag queen than I do. And it's something to do with these Muslim and their religious belief that they want to take advantage of my paperwork, and they causing me to have this my birth sex discrimination so they can work on it. These male can work on it. And I am not a homosexual person, and I'm being discriminated against. I can't go to the supermarket without somebody claiming that I am a gay person, or they looking their tongue out at me like this. Or they have the kids doing it. Or it's derogatory. It's extraordinary. It's sexual derogatory. I'm just showing you what they're doing to me in the stores. I never engaged in same-sex orientation, but that justified them forging my paperwork according to these Muslims and these other religious organizations that's backing them up so they can be on my paperwork. I'm being discriminated against because of my credentials. It's mine, and it's always this mistake that they need to get a job. They told me they were going to end welfare. I was in the store, in one of the major big box store here in Fargo, North Dakota, where they told me they were going to end welfare with my credentials. I never even knew they were doing that. Now it makes sense what was happening to me back home. They claim I moved here to save them. Really? I don't even know you. Why would I move here to save you? I mean, this is basically what they're telling people. And that they can use my paperwork at will when I never authorized it. I never waived my rights. I don't want my Social Security number changed. I don't want it changed. I'm going to end this video, but I do not want my Social Security number changed for this purpose, because I know they're going to try to change it, and I never authorized it. And I send out authentic paperwork on this Social Security issue. Have a blessed day, and I will record tomorrow.